Hello everyone, and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. We're thrilled you're here, because what we're about to share is the kind of news that makes your heart pound and your imagination run wild. Take a breath, because this is big. We're talking about a duo that has held on to our hearts through storms and sunshine alike, a pair who turned every glance into a conversation and every scene into a memory, Akınözü and Ebru Şahin. Yes, you heard that right. They're returning to work together, and this isn't just any reunion. This one feels like the moment the lights dim and the music rises before the first unforgettable line is spoken. Before we dive into the whispers turning into confirmations, make sure you're subscribed to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Hit that red button, turn on notifications, and stay with us for every twist and reveal. Your support keeps us here, digging for the stories you love and the exclusives you won't find anywhere else. Now, onto the news. Just hearing their names side by side conjures electricity, a rare blend of tenderness and danger that leaps off the screen. For anyone new to their work, Akınözü and Ebru Şahin became an international phenomenon with a love story that clawed its way through impossible obstacles. In Herkai, they embodied Miran and Reunite, two people pulled toward one another as if by fate, only to be torn apart by secrets, pride, and ancient wounds. Their connection traveled across borders, languages, and time zones. That series didn't just capture audiences, it created a global family of viewers who still trade lines, clips, and memories like treasured heirlooms. And now, after carving their own paths in challenging roles and proven successes, they are aligning again. What exactly is on the way? Is it a fresh series, a feature film, a limited event designed to honor what they built and push far beyond it? This is where everything gets thrilling. Sources close to development insist the scale is significant, with a story that refuses to lean on nostalgia and instead dares to expand their horizon. The whispers talk of a carefully guarded project, sizable backing, and a team determined to meet the moment. Not by repeating the past, but by making something bolder. Imagine it. Akın, with that stillness that says more than pages of dialogue, capable of dropping into complicated men who fight shadows inside themselves. Ebru, luminous and steel-strong, the kind of presence that can turn a single tear into a confession and a single smile into forgiveness. Together, they forged an on-screen rhythm once before, a dance of trust, challenge, fire, and restraint. And the question hanging in the air is the one that makes all of this so intoxicating: can they catch that lightning again, in a new bottle, under new stars? Expectations are sky-high, and the silence around details only stokes the flame. What we're hearing points to weighty material, layered characters, and a creative team who understand that chemistry of this caliber isn't enough on its own, it needs a story daring enough to match it. This is no casual experiment. Talk of a significant budget, script revisions sharpened to a gleam, and direction from names that carry real gravity suggests intention at every step. What might they explore this time? Some whispers say a contemporary backdrop pulsing with city life, glass towers, night streets, and the tension between ambition and intimacy. Others hint at a psychological angle, a story that bends suspense around love, asking how much of ourselves we can risk to protect what we feel. Or maybe they'll surprise everyone, choosing roles that subvert every expectation. She is a figure of quiet menace, he is a man unafraid of vulnerability, both stepping into territory that shows us sides we haven't yet seen. Here's what isn't in question: their combined draw. Streaming platforms crave stories with built-in audiences, and the reunion of Akınözü and Ebru Şahin is a signal flare seen from every continent. You can feel the anticipation in the air on social media. Old scenes are resurfacing, edited into bittersweet montages. Fan artists are sketching new versions of them side by side, picturing costumes we haven't seen and dialogues we're already memorizing. It's a reminder that what they created resonated far beyond a broadcast schedule. It built a community that still beats in unison whenever their names meet in a sentence. Let's talk about timing. After Herkai, Akın stepped into new arenas, adding shades to his craft. In Tuzak, he slid into darkness with unblinking commitment, measuring every gesture and silence. Before that, in Kaderimino, he tapped into a quieter ache. Ebru transformed too. In Destan, she charged into a mythic world and proved herself as a grounded action lead, marrying grace to grit. In other roles she chose intimacy over spectacle, trusting the power of understatement. Each of them has been building, learning, and deepening. And by reuniting now, they bring all that growth back to the table. It's strategic, yes, but it's also poetic. Two artists with a shared history returning as evolved versions of themselves. There's more. The few details floating out of closed-door meetings imply the new project sits at the intersection of romance and consequence, not a simple fairy tale, but a grown-up story with consequences that cut. That means more room for surprise, more room for them to press against the edges of what we expect. They've both earned reputations for discipline. Akın's known for the way he dissects a character and rebuilds it from the inside. Ebru is praised for performances that seem effortless until you see how precisely every moment lands. Together, they can amplify each other's strengths and turn the simplest scene into a heartbeat you hear in your chest. So what should we prepare for? If Turkish drama has taught us anything, it's that meticulous scripts, layered cinematography, and music that feels like memory can merge into something unforgettable. And when performers with real rapport step into that, the screen almost breathes. This reunion signals more than a nostalgia tour, it's a milestone. It's a chance for them to reach back toward the audience who first championed them and to stretch forward toward newcomers who will be meeting them for the first time. In an industry overflowing with content, name recognition isn't enough. But deep, abiding fandom? That's lightning in a bottle, and they have it. Curiosity about the team around them is reaching a fever pitch. Will we see any familiar faces orbiting their leads? Are their writers known for their elegant dialogue tucked into the room, shaping lines that will be quoted for years? Is a director with a patient eye and daring instinct set to helmet? Every new whisper only adds to the mystery. And the excitement. Here at Turkish Spotlight Secrets, we're watching every breadcrumb, every cryptic caption, every sudden meeting spotted by the sharp-eyed fans who always seem to know before anyone else. When official announcements drop, we'll be here to unpack them piece by piece, but until then, we're savoring the slow-burn anticipation. There's something almost romantic about this phase, the waiting, the wondering, the hope. Close your eyes and picture it. A first scene layered with unspoken history. A pause too long to be casual. A confrontation that cracks open old defenses. Maybe a quiet kitchen in the gray light of morning, where a single apology changes the gravity in the room. Maybe a rooftop, wind in their hair, where duty and desire argue in whispers. Or perhaps a thriller beat, a door left ajar, a truth finally said aloud, a promise made with a look instead of words. These are the moments we watch for, the ones that find us days later when we're washing dishes or waiting for a train, and suddenly we're back in that scene, feeling it again. If Herkai ever made you clutch your chest, if Miran and Rian's impossible love kept you awake at night, then brace yourself. This comeback is more than a headline, it's a new chapter written with pens sharpened by time. It honors what came before while daring to ask for more. It tells us that chemistry isn't an accident, it's a choice, and when two artists choose it again, magic becomes a plan. So here's where we stand. The powerhouse duo of Akınözü and Ebru Şahin are stepping onto the same set once more. After the storm of acclaim that followed Herkai, they're uniting for a project that aims not to echo the past but to build a new echo entirely. We don't have all the specifics yet, and maybe that's a gift, but the excitement is overflowing. Across the world, conversations are bubbling, and fans are ready to circle dates on calendars the second a premiere is announced. It's not just a big moment for them, it's a bright flare for Turkish storytelling in general, a reminder of how far it carries and how deeply it touches. Before we wrap for today, thank you for spending this time with us. We love that you trust Turkish Spotlight Secrets to bring you closer to the stories and stars you care about. Tell us what you're hoping for in this reunion. Do you want a modern love story threaded with danger, or a psychological maze where we watch them peel back layers we've never seen? Do you dream of a single season so perfect we talk about it for a decade, or an epic that unfolds over time? Drop your thoughts below and let's talk about it. You know we always read and reply. If this news sent a shiver through you, give this video a like. Share it with the friends who traded theories with you during Herkai nights, and the ones who still send you screen caps when a particular scene crosses their mind. And if you haven't already, subscribe and switch on notifications so you never miss an update. We'll be here for the next whisper, the next leak, the moment the teaser hits, and finally, the day the first frame appears and that old electricity sparks into something new. Until then, this has been Turkish Spotlight Secrets, where we keep the light trained on the stories that keep you dreaming.